Support for this podcast comes from Delmarva Power. Now you can make saving money part of your business with Delmarva Power's Energy Savings for Business program. Designed to fit every type of business, the program offers financial incentives that can cover up to 50% of the cost to upgrade to energy-efficient lighting, HVAC, and more. By using more efficient equipment, your business will save money every month on your electric bill for years to come. Learn more at delmarva.com/power savings.
Hey, Optimal Startup Daily listeners. This week we're sharing something special, the No Priors podcast. No Priors is your guide to the AI revolution. At this moment of inflection in technology, co-hosts Alad Gill and Sarah Guo ask the world's leading AI researchers and legendary founders the biggest questions. How far away is AGI? What markets are at risk for disruption? How will commerce, culture, and society change? What's happening in state-of-the-art research? You can find No Priors wherever you get your podcasts. This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 966, Perfection Torture? 5 Ways to Tame Your Perfectionist Tyrant by Kelly Samson with altris.co.nz. And hey again, I'm Dan. I am your host and narrator here. Welcome back to Optimal Startup Daily, or welcome for the first time if you're just finding us. This is where I read to you from some of the best blogs on entrepreneurship, and I do that every single day of the week, including weekends and holidays. And now let's jump right into our post as we optimize your life. Perfection Torture? 5 Ways to Tame Your Perfectionist Tyrant by Kelly Samson with altris.co.nz. Neil got results. He was a high achiever. He knew it, and everyone around him knew it. He was the one who arrived 5 minutes early to the meeting and the one who always had the answers. He prided himself on having the right answers at the right time, every time. However, there were times he didn't know the answer, and then he really gave himself. Perfection was the standard he strived for, and perfection was the only standard that mattered. It seemed like he'd almost get there. 99 things out of 100 would be bang on. But always there was something that he couldn't quite nail, and it was those 1 or 2 things that he would focus on, replaying them over and over in his mind. As these quote-unquote failures got bigger in his mind, the heavy, negative feeling of anxiety seemed to grow in his chest. Neil felt this relentless need to ratchet up his efforts by 20% every day. He drove himself harder and harder, but he could never reach his ideal level of perfection. And then, after all that effort, only to fail in his mind, he collapsed, exhausted. If only he paused, he would see that underneath his relentless urge to be better, there were some very real fears lurking, although acknowledging them might be another challenge for Neil. The biggest fear that had been driving him for years was fear of failure, FOF, a dark fear that came from Neil's huge self-expectation to prove himself worthy. To do that, he always had to be better than everyone else, not better than one specific person, but better than everyone. People saw the great results. They saw Neil achieve success, but they didn't see the effects that followed. His relentless drive for perfection came at a cost. For each high that Neil drove himself towards, there was a bigger low that he sank into afterwards. Driving for constant perfection was an emotional roller coaster. The lows meant he was tired, moody, and irritable, which was a tough and unenjoyable place for his loved ones to be around. It was actually damaging and tearing his family apart. The other big cost was to his health. Constantly pushing himself to reach his ever higher expectations was hugely stressful. With all that stress, he had less energy and less time for his family and the other key areas that really needed it. Neil loved the highs of his successes, but the lows were too much of a price to continue to pay, both for himself and his family. He wanted a way to see his success and to enjoy a calmer, more harmonious, healthier life. Neil wanted to feel his relationships with family and friends grow, rather than alienating them with his extreme moods. 5 ways to tame the relentless fear of failure. 1. Reset your internal expectations. Where did they come from? Who's driving the bar so high? How can any one person live up to be compared to everyone? 2. What is success for you? Is perfection ever really obtainable, or is 90% still awesome? Or is just taking the first step into something new for the first time a success in itself? 3. Observe your inner dialogue. What is it saying? What tone is it using? Is it negative or helpful? Challenge your negative self-talk to turn it positive and supportive. 4. Practice self-care techniques, such as giving yourself acknowledgement for what you achieve, big or small. Notice the small things you do or achieve. Give yourself rest and time to recharge your batteries. Write daily gratitude and successes lists, and watch yourself flourish. And 5. Perfectionism is often inbuilt from a young age and can make up a core inner belief. But it doesn't have to be this way. Pausing to open up and say we're not actually perfect is a courageous act that takes real strength and gives you vital breathing space to be human. Perfection is an unobtainable goal that comes at a heavy price both to yourself and those around you. By pausing to look internally, to identify what specifically is driving this need for perfection, and then weighing up the costs against the benefits, you can release that unserving pressure and really enjoy the journey. We all have our own old, lurking beliefs that aren't serving us. If you will benefit and grow from shining the light into the dark corners and putting those limiting beliefs truly in your past, you will accelerate into your bright future. You just listened to the post titled Perfection Torture? 5 Ways to Tame Your Perfectionist Tyrant by Kelly Samson with altris.co.nz. The thing about running your own business is every single hire counts, but finding great talent doesn't have to be a second job. You can reclaim your time and find top talent fast with Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform helping over 3 million businesses worldwide to do it all. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates. Over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates the moment they sponsor a job. Now, I especially love Indeed's Instant Match feature because candidates you invite to apply through Instant Match are 3 times more likely to apply to your job than candidates who only see it in search, according to US Indeed data. Indeed knows when you're growing your own business, you have to make every dollar count. That's why with Indeed, you only pay for quality applications that match your must-have job requirements. Visit Indeed.com/startup to start hiring now. Just go to Indeed.com/startup. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire? You need Indeed. As an entrepreneur, you started your business because you love your passion, not bookwork. It's time to focus on your interests instead of your paperwork with Collective.com. Collective is the all-in-one financial solution for entrepreneurs, handling all of your corporate formation and compliance paperwork, taxes, bookkeeping, accounting, and even payroll. It used to be that you'd need to hire several people to handle all these things, a CPA, a bookkeeper, even an attorney. Now, Collective handles all of it at a small fraction of the cost. And if you've already made money this year but don't have an S-Corp election, right now, through June 30th, Collective can save you thousands of dollars on taxes in 2023. It's the membership that easily pays for itself and then some. So again, act before June 30th to save potentially thousands of dollars in 2023 taxes. Go to Collective.com to save on taxes this year and have someone who knows what they're doing handle your setup, accounting, bookkeeping, and taxes, even your personal taxes. That's Collective.com. And thanks a lot to Kelly for sharing today. She is a member of the Altris team, and Altris is all about releasing potential. They deliver coaching-based programs for organizations, teams, and leaders. While they have a range of specialized leadership development and executive coaching solutions, they believe that each leader, team, and organization is unique, and so the solutions they deliver must be distinctive. Altris has a ton of resources on their site, from their blog to executive coaching, recruitment support, leadership and team development, and more. So come by altris.co.nz for all of that. And Altris, by the way, is spelled Altris. All right, that is going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed the post and that you're having a great day. And I will see you back here tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.